Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and commented on the last video and recently. It's very much appreciated as always. So we'll have a little chat about what we're thinking of doing today, what's going on with the ponds. Starting with the main pond. Unfortunately, a few of these fish were due to go out Saturday, but a couple of hours before they were due to go, I thought I'd give them a quick little scrape just to double check, make sure they're all good. And I did the butterfly koi, you can just see now, and unfortunately I found 3 costia and a few, well, not like a couple of fluke eggs. So unfortunately we thought we had both those issues resolved now, and it seems they need that last little bit, so they're having to stay in here for a bit longer. Another course of fluke treatment and FMG treatment is needed before they are ready to go. So we don't want to give anyone any issues. We want to make sure our fish are 100% before they leave. The grey pond also having the same issue. We still battling with flukes in there, still becoming an issue. We find we're using fluke solve and it's not really doing anything. We've tried absolute fluke and it's done a bit, but it's not as quick as we'd like it to be. So I think this time we're going to try and use Fluke M and Fluke M Plus. Give them a try. Hopefully they should be a 1-course treatment for both ponds, and that should get rid of the issue then from now on. So what we got planned for today is, on the main pond we have our 3-inch return. Fortunately now it's just a quick little bodge job just to get the filter up and running. There's nothing supporting the rear flex rubber reducer, so we're going to look into changing that area today to 2-inch, just so that we can make sure it's all solvent welded and all solid and shouldn't have an issue before a problem arises. And on the grey IBC, we're going to try and sort out a waste valve, because as it currently stands, the only way to do a water change is to do a automatic filter clean, and unfortunately that's only about 80 litres an hour, 80 litres a time. So if you need to do a big water change, there's nothing you can really do without putting a separate pump in to pump all the water out. So we've got a waste pipe running out the side of the garage anyway, so we're going to try and look into getting a ball valve put onto that, coming off the pump, so that we can just open the ball valve and flow the water straight out. So the IBC, these are doing well, feeding well. I had to move a few more out due to get them a bit bigger than the rest of them and give everyone else a bit more of a chance. So that's good. There's a lot of build up on the bottom of food. That's why I want to look into getting this waste pipe sorted so that I can do bigger water changes when need to be. I did one the other day, so I did about a 50% water change. They seem to be a lot happier now. Just need to get in, catch all these little ones. I can get the pond back in, get all that up, so it's not harming them anymore. I don't risk sucking up any of the small ones. All the bigger ones on the outside, they're doing good. Feed in, grow in. Haven't had any issues with any of them. So here's the issue we're having. Obviously we're using the drain on the IBC as the outlet. That's then going straight to the pump, which is then going straight up into the easy pod, and then the waste pipe is the flexi pipe that then goes out through that pipe there and then out the side of the garage to go to waste. But like I say, there's no valve or waste valve other than the easy pod to do any big water changes. So because it's an automatic, you can't just open the valve and let it flow. You have to do a clean every time, and one clean only does the easy pod, so that's 80 litres a time. So what we're going to do is hopefully It's got one of my old ball valves lying about. I'm going to cut this bit off here. We're going to put T-piece onto here. Run the ball valve across there. And go straight up here. Then straight across there into a T-piece into the top of the valve, the pipe. So he's going to be like that. So then the ball valve waste can go in there, straight on out, and then the flexi hose can go into the top, straight on down, straight on out then. So when, like I say, you just need to do a filter clean, you can go straight out the flexi, straight on through. The ball valves will be shut, and the only time we need to open that is when we're doing the big water change, which then we'll switch the pump off and we'll do a water change. I think that's going to work because the pump's going to be after the ball valve, but we'll figure it out. It might not work and we'll have to sort something out, but it's all trial and error, I guess. So yeah, I'll get on with this and then we'll get back to you and we'll see how it works. So we've managed to get the pipework all done. There's going up into the waste valve, straight into the T, get on out. We've got an extension on the T just for the flex pipe to have a bit more room. So if we open the valve up, there we go. You can hear all the water now going out the waste valve. Can't see any leaks, thankfully. So that is now easy enough to do a water change. All we've got to do now is close the ball valve. That's now stopped all the water flowing out. Open the ball valve to the pump and we should be good to go again. Finally something that's worked first time. So yeah, I recommend this for anyone that's got an IBC. It hasn't thought by doing this. I imagine most of you already have, but we're a bit slow down here, so thankfully it looks quite good. Can't see any leaks. Should make everything a lot easier now. So I haven't got to go and get my spare pump out and set all that up, set all the pipe work up. I should have really thought of this to begin with, but didn't think because of the easy system, the automatic system, that you can't just open the valve like you can on the normal easy pods, unless you can, and I just haven't realised, but I don't believe so. Thankfully, like I say, I thought about this last night while I was at work. I thought it might be a good idea to actually give it a try and see if it works. Thankfully it does. And in theory, the IBC should only empty to this level here, because gravity wise, so that's about 3/4 of the way down. So unless there's a leak on the pump, if there's a leak before the pump, yeah, it was still empty all the way, but well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. So here's the issue we're talking about. You'll have to excuse the mess. We're currently in the middle of trying to reorganise the back of the filter house, the pond, just to make things a bit tidier, a bit easier to access. As I said, at the moment, you've got to get through that small gap just to do a clean on the nexus. But here's the pipe. Like I say, that's, you got to climb over that every time you want to get to the nexus. It goes straight into the pond there. That's the only real support other than there, and say there's quite a lot of flex in there. Any point that could really, rubbers here could give way, and there's nothing then stopping your pond from emptying. So we're going to look into putting a reducer, trying to convert that down to a 2-inch, so we can run 2-inch pipe across the floor, straight up, straight on in to the pond. And that should then solve any issues of pipe coming loose or having to climb over this every time. But yeah, so I'd say it's not the nicest looking back here, but until we can build a filter house or get something better, you'll have to do. we've had to recently take all the back of the pond off because we have, if you can see it on the camera, quite a big bowing issue going. Like I say, I think it's only a matter of time. The pond was only built to withstand about a 5-year lifespan, I think, because it was done on a budget and we didn't plan on being here for this long, but we need to sort of make this last another year or two at least before we can start to get rid of it and we can move houses and that. Then for the time being, just keeping an eye on it, making sure nothing happens, no weak spots or anything like that. Calla lilies are doing really well. Not sure what to do about these other bits. I'm quite tempted to see if I can start digging these out, get rid of them before they start becoming a nuisance. All the irises are doing really well. It's surprising how fast these have actually grown, to be honest, in such a small amount of water. Obviously the ones in the pond will be fine, but this one especially, it's only a couple of inches deep, if that. Cloverleaf sieve is doing really well. Thought I'd give a little update on this for Derby Koi, because I know he's recently got one and he's thinking of plumbing his in and getting it all set up. So I say you've got obviously the amount of fish that we've got in here, their size and all that. Recently they completely destroyed the lily. So I've had a lot of the lily debris going into the pump, into the skimmer and then into the sieve. So like I say, this was cleaned yesterday. I'll show you quickly what it looks like inside. So yeah, that was cleaned yesterday. Surprised how much this catches. But the flow on this is 10,000 litres an hour. So there's a good flow going through that. So I'll have to give that a clean again today. So it's starting to become every day that thing needs cleaning before it goes into the overflow. I need to sort that out really, because if this pipe here ever blocks, now if this pipe here ever blocks, then there's no way for the overflow to go. It's just going to go straight back into the sieve and then it'll start overflowing eventually. So ideally I need to get rid of this T-piece, make this just one pipe and then put this as a separate pipe onto his own waste pipe. But other than the treatment needed, fish are doing quite well. They're all still active, all still feeding. Gonna hopefully get a video up soon where we're gonna take every single fish out of here, give them a health check, give them a scrape, size them, see if we can sex them, get some pictures of them, start logging them onto this app I found. Can't remember what it's called now, I think it's Koi Zone, something like that I believe. But basically you can keep track of your fish, see then the Sankey or Showa flashing. So yeah, there is a problem in here. Hopefully we can get that resolved quite quickly. Going on to the grey pond, same over here, same got an issue in here. Flukes. Fortunately it's completely wiped out the jumbos pretty much. I think there's probably like 5 or 6 left. I'm trying to keep on top of it and get ahead of it, but I think they're just too little to do anything, and let's say there's nowhere else I can put them because there's issues in the main pond, so they can't go in there, and I don't want to affect all the fry in the IBC. So unfortunately they've had to stay in here and just try and survive, and we're trying our best, but it's part of the hobby that everyone hates. You have to start losing fish, and say parasites one of the worst things that you could ever have. You wipe a fish out so quickly, and especially like say fry, if it's not strong enough to fry it off yet. All the bigger koi in here, they seem to be doing fine. They're feeding, swimming about, haven't lost a single one of the big ones, but yeah, the baby it's a different story there, unfortunately. Right then, so we've managed to sort out the pipework that was found here. I managed to put it into 2-inch reducer. Straight on down, straight on up. back into the pond. Well, unfortunately there's no other way of really doing it than using all these bends. I'd like to reduce the flow as much as possible, but let's say with this big open gap, if there's much we can really do about it. So switch it back on. Let's see how it holds up. Everything's good on it. Comes on out. Make sure there's no leaks, sort of thing. Definitely need to give this a bit of sprucing up inside of here. So I can't fault the Easy Pod and the automatic system. They are good, but say same goes for this one really. If we need to do a big water change, there's not really much we can do. We haven't got any other waste valves, so I think I need to put something on this one at somewhere. Try and sort one out here as well. But I say, trying to empty this one, doing it that way is going to be an absolute nightmare. The only way I can think of is redoing the return that we've just done, having like a spare one set up so that we can just take this one out, put a new one in, just to run the pump straight out of there instead of doing the waste valve. But I say that's something for another day. Just coming up to the top now. Should be going. There. Creates a nice little current in as well. A little bit of flow. Just come and see what's going on. See if the Tempest is cleaning in a minute as well. That's just completely black in there now. See, these are good, but they're just constantly needing to clean. Like I say, I've tried the air trick, but I think that's a non-return. That one there. I think I might have it the wrong way around, so I'll switch that air in a minute and see if it gives it a bit more flow. I'll give it a bit more air going in. So there's one way to find out. Let's say it's running off a 40 litre an hour pump. It should be more than enough, but for some reason there's no air going in there. Just want to get locked off that as well. But yeah, that looks like it's working quite well. Quite happy with that. Not seeing any leaks anywhere. No. Keep an eye on it, but like I say, that limits the risk of any pipes popping off or any rubber hoses snapping, that sort of thing. So, quite happy with that. So I just need to sort out some boarding back on the back of the pond, so then we can get the power box put back on. Should have really moved that a bit further back when we had the chance, but open that gap up a little bit, but a bit late now. I say I'd like to have put the Nexus 300 in here, but this gap here just, it's not big enough for it to fit in. Like I say, because of the pond is pump fed, not gravity, means the Nexus has to be higher than the water level. So the water level is quite high, so you're talking Nexus will have to be like up here somewhere. So that's just ridiculous. Trying to get up there, do a clean, trying to do something strong enough to hold the weight. I just don't think it's likely. So when we do get the next pond put in, we're going to get the Easy Pond 1200i, I believe it is. Comes with a single storm drain. I think it's around about 9,000 litres, something like that. So we'll get that hopefully put in the next house, and then we'll get the 300 set up to that. We'll go a little 4-inch pressure pipe and make it done right instead of all these waste pipes. We'll go, let's say it'll be a bottom drain as well, so it'll be a bit better. So we've got the retrofit one in here, but we don't really collect much dirt or anything like that. It's hard because of the shape of the pond. It's hard to get an actual proper flow going, like a circulation. So we're making do what we got at the moment. Hopefully the next pond will have a lot bigger window as well. If I knew, like I say, the size of fish that they become, I would have got a bigger window for this one, because like I say, you get like 1 or 2 of the bigger ones and pretty much takes up the whole window. So yeah, I want at least double the size of this one. So like I say, a lot of these fish will be coming with us, so a lot of them are our personal fish. So it'd be nice to have them displayed on a lot bigger window. So I got this window come from Cotswold Koi. It was made to measure for a customer who decided they didn't want to do the pond anymore and cancelled the order, but it was already made, so we were trying to shift it on. Luckily it happened right about the time we were building the pond, so just changed the plan slightly to factor in for the window. Say, none of these fish are like show worthy or anything like that, but even still they're such beauty in themselves.